Hello and welcome to another episode of the AstraZeneca Women in Tech series. I'm your host, Ben Benton, and today I'm joined by Laura Wilson from our End User Services team based in Macclesfield, UK. Laura, welcome to the episode. How are you?
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you.
Good. Well, welcome and thank you for joining me today. What's probably best is if you kind of start by explaining what you currently do and maybe what a typical day is for you.
Okay, perfect. So I've got a rather long title, which is Ask IT Event Comms and Change Lead, but that doesn't betray all the stuff that I actually do. So Ask IT, that's our sort of global Apple Genius Bar, if you like. We have a number of those desks set up in and around about 40 different sites. I'm the global lead for that service, so what that means in reality is I'm accountable for our Ask IT brand and also our Ask IT strategy. In terms of the events piece, so I run what we call our IT showcase. So I take showcase all around the world to various different sites, bring in subject matter experts for the various different subjects. We have a lot of core IT content in there, and then we work with the various different sites to understand what's important to them, so any big projects that might be going on. And we hold an event over maybe the course of a week where we invite the site to come along and absorb the information. You know, some may come with very specific ideas about what they need, or they might just tend to browse around. You know, they'll spend a couple of hours there just talking to our experts. So really exciting. You know, it's great to be involved with that because I get to meet so many people. The comms piece, so I am responsible for all the comms that are coming out of our end user services space. So I work with all of the teams to make sure that our comms are customer friendly, that they're not too technical, that they do what they say they're going to do and people can understand them. And then the other bit, it's not included in my role title, so I'm the platform lead for Workplace, our workplace tool that we have. And then I'm also responsible for IT onboarding and offboarding as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any time for your personal life?
It's interesting.
I bet.
It's a balancing act, let's just say that.
Yeah, no, I bet. Okay, great. Well, thank you for that. And now I've had the pleasure of reading a bit about your bio, and I'm actually quite impressed. So I'm going to reel a few things off, not to embarrass you, but you were the Cheshire triple jump champion at 15. You've run Born Survivor 10K assault courses, multiple charitable runs. Kind of get the impression that you're someone that's quite super active and quite competitive. Is that fair to say?
I definitely like to be active, yeah, for sure. Competitive depends who you talk to. I would say no, but my husband may not agree with that. So yeah, I think I definitely have a competitive streak in there.
Oh, nice. And how's that kind of active, I'll say competitive lifestyle, how's that kind of shaped you in how you've gone through your career?
I think it's just it's sort of underpinned that desire to do well. I like to do a good job. I like to be thought of as doing a good job, and I think being slightly competitive about that, has helped drive me forward. Made sure that I'm always holding myself to account, and doing the best job possible, I guess.
Excellent. No, I completely agree. So what's been your greatest achievement in tech so far?
So, well, it's about to deliver today, actually.
Wow.
So the last 18 months I've been working on a fairly sizable insourcing project. So we're bringing in.
Oh, I think you're muted there.
Am I muted now?
You're back now. That's fine.
Sorry. Do you want me to start that bit again?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So yeah, for the past 18 months, I've been working on a fairly sizable insourcing project, and that is due to deliver today. So it's been extremely busy. It's been very challenging at times, but we've made it. Like I said, today is the first day of that new service, that new process, I guess, of that service. and I'm really excited. It's been, it's been a great project, and I'm really excited to see what the next year, the future holds now for that service.
Brilliant. And you mentioned it delivered today. Do you get kind of nervous when something's about to be delivered, especially as big as this, especially over the weekend? Are you not thinking, oh, if anything goes wrong? Or
we've done our work, so I knew, there were a few bits going on over the weekend. There's been a bit of hand holding to make sure, and we've kind of woken up today and there's still a few bits to get sorted, but we've worked really hard on this for the last few months, and we sort of were confident that there wasn't going to be any big challenges for us today. So we'll see what the next few days hold, certainly what the next few months hold. But yeah, today has been a good day so far.
Brilliant. Oh, good. Well done. So am I right to say that IT wasn't top of your agenda when you were growing up in terms of career opportunities?
Yeah, not really. So I sort of did the normal career choices when I was about 14, 15, looking at the options available. One of the things that I had in my mind was about being an interior designer. That was something that stuck with me as a younger child, but I come from a very IT orientated family. So my parents were both in IT, in AstraZeneca, and my brother's also works in IT as well. So there was a bit of a natural option to kind of go towards that, because, like I said, it's something I've been surrounded with, growing up. And I'm not sure that when I first started in my very first role that I thought, this is the rest of my career, but it's definitely grown from there. And now I don't see myself in being, in any other industry really. So
yeah, no, brilliant. So what advice would you give to young women that may be interested in pursuing a career in IT, whether it's growing up in kind of the mid-teens or having completed and finished things like college and university? What advice would you give them?
Be bold, be brave, research. IT isn't just about technical stuff. There's so much more. Like I said, I'm a global service lead. It's not particularly technical. I need to get into technical, when the opportunity presents itself, but I don't spend every single day being technical, and I think that's the common misconception around IT. So yeah, research all the various different industries, obviously pharma, finance, so many, and speak to people as well. Try and make some contacts in IT, and try and speak to those people to get a different perception.
Excellent. So what made you join AstraZeneca?
So I started out working for IBM. I actually worked on the AstraZeneca service desk. And then I was presented with an opportunity after having been there for probably about 2-3 years. I was presented with an opportunity to look at to work on an access authorization project for AstraZeneca. So I moved into AZ, and then it so happened that then that particular role, it became BAU. I was in a support role, and then that actual support role was out again to IBM. So I went back to IBM for a few years, and then another opportunity presented back into AstraZeneca working in IT, and I took it, and I've been permanent now for near on 10 years. So
wow, brilliant. And how's AZ, how they helped you develop your career over that kind of space of 10 years?
Gosh, enormously. Opportunities, I've had some fantastic line managers who are really supportive, and have given me the bandwidth really to kind of go out and seek opportunities, but have also put those opportunities to me as well to help me grow. Say certainly in this role, been in my current role now for about 2.5 years. My current line manager is always coming to me with various different development opportunities, and really helping me to grow. So
brilliant. Okay, that's really good to hear. Now, I think you mentioned to me before that you were once the only female in a team of 15. so 14 other men. How was that, firstly? And then I guess my second question is, how have you seen the gender gap unfold over your in your eyes over kind of the course of your career?
Yeah, so it was great in one way. I was given the role because you know, I was good at doing what I did. Being in a team of 15 with 14 other guys was interesting, but they were all lovely, very respectful, you know, really helpful, and as a team we had a really great dynamic. I'm in contact with a lot of them today. You know, some of them still work in AstraZeneca as well, so you know, they've become lifelong friends, I would say. So in terms of how I've seen that gap changed, there's obviously a lot more females now, and I think in senior roles as well. I was commenting on this last week that my direct line management and sort of apart from Pascal, but all the way up to Pascal, is female, which I think is it only occurred to me last week when we started talking about it, and I thought, yeah, hang on a minute, yeah, all my female leadership is, well, all my leadership is female. So and I don't recall it being like that before. I think in our team particularly, so I'm in customer effectiveness now, there's there's been a very equal an equal balance of male female, which is great to see, really good to see.
Excellent. Now I'm going to throw a bit of a random question at you, and I haven't done this to anyone else on the series so far, but it might become a common theme. So so if you had the opportunity to shadow two people in the world, they can be alive or dead, for a whole day, who would they be and why?
Okay, so number one would be Mr. Barack Obama. I think he's a really interesting guy. I think that he leads himself with integrity, with candor. I just think he's a fantastic personality. So I'd love to see, you know, what he's doing now, you know, and the various different things that he's been involving himself in since obviously the presidential campaign he was in. So yeah. And then number two, well, that would be our very own Pam Cheng. I think she's fantastic. Seeing her on stage, the passion that she shares for, you know, not only AstraZeneca but operations as well, I find her so inspiring. You know, she just is an unbelievable speaker, and someone I can only aspire to. I don't have that amount of confidence, wouldn't have that amount of confidence on stage certainly, but I think she's fantastic. So I'd love to see you know, a sort of her day and what she's doing, especially at the moment, because I think with COVID and everything that's going on, we're such a busy company anyway, but that has, you know, has really set another challenge for us, and you know, I think again she's been leading from the front really. So yeah, I'd love to see her.
Brilliant. Two really good examples, by the way, and I probably would I mean, I'd love to spend a day with both of those people. I think you could learn so much. Yeah, so excellent. On to my last question, and which is the standard last question that the viewers will get to see. What more do you think we as a business and society could be doing to support greater female representation within tech?
I think things like this, Ben, if I'm honest, you know, this has been such a breath of fresh air, and I was saying just last week on a course I was on, you know, I was really hyping this up because I'm so proud of you know, being involved in this, and I think it's such a great initiative really. You know, just showing people out there that you know, there are, you know, female leads in technology, and you know, and exposing that for what it is, and trying to, I think, get rid of some of the common misconceptions I mentioned before about the, you know, the idea of IT being very technical. I think just having more people talk about what they do, more females, more males as well, because it's, you know, it's not just about females, but you know, more people talking about IT as a career, what it can offer them, I think is exactly the right way to go.
Excellent. Really good points there. Thank you. Well, that brings us to the end of the episode. So Laura, I'm going to say a massive thank you to you. I appreciate you coming on, giving your story and sharing your comments. Has been really valuable, and I hope the viewers and those they share it with kind of take some inspiration. And then well done on your great achievement as of today. I hope it all goes well.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, pleasure. And to the viewers again, thanks for watching. And if you have enjoyed the session, please give us a like or feel free to share. And actually, if you want to engage with us, it'd be great to hear your ideas that you have that can help us support greater female representation in tech. So please share and join us for the next leg of the series in a few weeks' time. But in the meantime, thank you very much, and we will see you very soon. Bye bye.